Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something clicked. I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it. And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist.
This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening.
It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session. I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Okay. So we can start with any trailhead or any part that you know that you'd like to change your relationship with or get to know better.
So this week I've been getting to know a part that is very sensitive to injustice and feels lots of rage.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a complex. There are a few related parts that I found out as well. There's a whole part system. But that's the trailhead, the sensitivity to injustice.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to say more about some of those other parts, or is that the part that you'd like to work with?
So the part that gets angry about injustice is a lot of rage running from my body, but there's not much chance to express the anger. And I identified another part that is on top of it, and that has a role to suppress the rage.
Mm-hmm.
The angry part is burning through my whole torso, over my chest, my lungs, my intestines. Everything is on fire. I feel so much anger. And the part that is in control of the anger, it's like an embrace around my arms and shoulders, and it's keeping it tight to keep it still and not to release any of that anger, to protect us, to stay safe.
Right.
So that's the two protectors that are working together. And then there's a third part that I was curious about, what is under the anger and what is under protecting. And there is hurt part.
Yeah.
The dejected part that has been has experienced injustice and sometimes feels like a victim to an extent. And here I don't feel it so much in my body. I just have an image of a dog which is curled up like an abused dog, beaten up dog.
Yes. So that part's a little more distant, a little more
Yes, it's
pushed
underneath the
away.
anger. The anger
Right.
is the protector, protecting that part to not to be hurt again. And
yeah.
so that's the three parts of.
Yeah, sounds like you have a great map.
I touched on this week.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a really good map of that dynamic.
Yeah, I don't know much about them. Well, a little bit, yeah. But anger is a really strong emotion that's really exhausting for my body. And especially since I'm expressed, because people don't like angry people. So expressing anger freely damages relationships and makes us being disliked. So there's a strong manager holding it all in.
Yes. Yeah, oftentimes those two protectors, one is kind of antisocial and the other is kind of pro-social.
Yeah.
So I would be happy to help explore any of those parts.
Yeah.
Would you like to start with one of those protective parts? Does one of those feel like it needs your attention more than the other?
Yeah, I don't know where to start.
Okay.
We're all here.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely recommend starting with the protector and not with the third part.
Yeah.
Even though I understand you've done a bit of work around them.
Yeah, I want to connect with the protectors for sure.
Okay. So yeah, you can just tune in, see which of them feels like should go first. And if you can't decide,
anger,
we can flip a coin. Okay, great. So see if you can maybe ask the other parts if they'll step out into the waiting room or step back if they will.
Okay.
And focus on that angry part and how it shows up in your body.
Yeah, that's taking over all of my torso.
How do you feel towards it as you notice it there?
I'm a bit blended with the other protector.
Okay.
The one who says, like, stay there.
Right, sure. Very, very important job it's doing. So you can thank it for looking out for you. Just ask it for some space. Even if it's just a little space, it can always jump back in if it needs to.
Yeah, I have much gratitude for this protector.
I didn't quite hear what you said.
I have much gratitude for this protector.
Great. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's relaxed a little bit.
Okay.
It doesn't feel safe usually. So it wants to keep very whole, very strong grip on anger.
Right, it doesn't feel safe, so it has concerns about the anger taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just let it know that you're here.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of present yourself to it, reminded of your age and your experience in this work. And if it's not ready to step back, we can work with it too. So
Yeah, maybe we start here.
okay, that's fine.
Someone to ask what it's afraid of.
Sure, you could ask it an open-ended question like, what does it want you to know?
It wants to have social connections, which are very important and necessary. It wants to have community and wants to protect us from being rejected if we express enough of that anger.
Yes. That all makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Just show it that you understand and that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I did.
Is there anything else it wants to tell you about the job that it does?
It's okay now. It's just waving a finger and saying, make sure we are okay. Yeah, and safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Step back a little bit.
Yeah, it's been working hard to keep this angry part in check.
Mm. Yeah, I'm blended now from that part.
Okay. You can thank it. And again, let it know that if at any point it feels the need to come in and help you out, that's fine. It's welcome to do that.
Okay.
Do you feel ready to turn back to the anger now?
Yes.
Noticing it in your body?
Yeah.
And how do you feel towards it now?
I feel compassion.
Great. See if you can send it some of that compassion.
It's been working so hard.
Yeah.
And it's also anger relaxed because it's not squeezed so tight. So I think when the other part was sitting on top of it and squeezing it and suppressing it, the anger was much stronger.
Yeah. And you can let it know that you see that you see how the other part, clamps down on it and sits on top of it, and how hard that must be for the angry part.
Yes.
And what does it want you to know?
It wants me to know that it's not okay. Or the injustice is not okay.
Yeah.
And it wants us to fight for justice, fight for being treated well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, defend the boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
It's a warrior.
Right. Yeah. And you can show it some appreciation for that fight that it has. Would you like to ask it more about what it's concerned would happen if it didn't do its job?
It's worried that similar situations will happen in the future
Yeah.
with injustice and no.
Yeah. And so it's showing you some of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're okay seeing that?
Yeah. I understand the concern.
Yeah. And if you're okay seeing that, let it know that you're okay, witnessing some of that with it, some of the fears that it has.
Okay.
How's it responding?
The power pose. You know that? Like Superman.
Okay, power pose. Yes, yes. And
Feeling
how are you
strong.
being? Yeah, and how are how are you responding? How are you being with it now?
Very thankful. Thankful
Great.
for the protection.
Yeah.
I need it in my life.
Yes. I'm curious how long this part has been doing that job.
Forever.
Yeah. What would it rather be doing if it didn't have to work so hard doing that? What would it rather be doing with its energy inside of you?
Yeah, I guess it's the police protecting from the injustice. So it would rather just patrol and look out for danger, but in a relaxed way.
Right. So it wants to stay alert, stay vigilant,
Yeah.
and protect without the maybe rage or negative or whatever feelings that might feel
without burning.
Without the burning, right? Right.
Yeah.
And you might just kind of let it show you that, or kind of play with that that scenario, that dream that it has, and that you have for it, of that other way of being.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good idea. So it can stay alert and be ready to protect whenever needed.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's always being shoved down by this other part, then it's probably hard for it to imagine, something like this. It's always being restrained.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. It feels good.
Yeah,
This part feels good.
good. You could ask how old it thinks you are and just wait for the answer.
Everything's so much out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what something other
Yeah,
than the 10 or 7. I don't know.
yeah. You can update them on your real age. And all the capabilities, all the powers that you have now that you weren't available to you when you were so young.
Yeah, I did.
And what does this part need from you going forward?
I want to be heard.
Yeah.
Wants to express. Right.
Mm-hmm. You might spend some time just learning more about that. What does that look like? How, where, when?
Yeah, it wants me to take time to hear.
Mm-hmm.
To connect, because there's so many things to do every day. I don't take time to connect with why the answer.
Yeah.
I've let the other manager, to just keep it down.
Yes.
So kind of I ignored this anger part. I didn't have time for it. I didn't make any time for it.
Mm-hmm. And is there a specific way that it would like for you to make time for it? I mean, I don't know what your practice looks like or how much
Yeah, I
time
think
you
I
want
can
to.
write. I
Mm-hmm.
can write about what it needs to express.
Great.
I can take time for that.
And check in with it to see how it feels about that, and if there's anything else. If there's anything else it might want to see in perhaps your work with the manager part.
Okay. Yeah, the part is okay with writing. And the other manager is okay too. It's safe.
Yeah.
Involved other people
Uh-huh.
will come with the judgment about the anger.
Do you have any other questions you want to ask of this part, or any other brainstorming you want to do with it?
I think it's okay for now.
Mm-hmm.
It's relaxed and feeling powerful.
That's great. And how are you feeling overall?
I'm calm.
Yeah.
I might have a drink.
Well, I just want to thank you and thank your parts for sharing all of that. And yeah, that's really lovely to see.
Yeah, it was very, very good to connect with these parts.
Mm-hmm. I know that you know that there's another part beneath all of that.
Yeah.
And I would love to work with you around that sometime. I usually try to not do that when I'm on a very first conversation with someone.
Mm-hmm.
If so, how do you feel about that?
The other part that is a lot of work.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you can see how much, even this protector, how much you're able to connect with it and learn about it and work with it still. So
Yeah.
you may have needed that.
I'm very happy to work with the protectors because they are very powerful.
Yeah.
And having them work with collaboration with everything, it's really life-changing.
Yeah. Do you have any other parts that have any questions or concerns about this work that you're doing?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very good to connect with the angry part and listen to it
Yeah.
and allow it to speak.
Yes. Celebrate its power.
Yeah. You have a new name now, Mr. Policeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll bring it to a close then.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free to book more time with me. And if not, that's fine. I'll still keep you on that list of people who are interested in working with some of the professionals we bring on, if you're interested.
Great.
Great.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.